Okay, I call the meeting to order at 6 p.m. It's March 2nd, 2020. Item 1A, roll call. Lloyd Loya, present. Cesar Rodriguez Jr.,
Present.
Adolfo Arriaga,
Present.
Ivan Sandoval, absent. Franco Lopez,
Present.
Mr. Ezequiel Ortiz Jr.,
Present.
and Homer Tijerina, absent. Item 1A, invocation. We have someone in the back.
Lord, we are meeting today to conduct matters of our business. Guide our hearts and our minds in the spirit of fairness, right thought and speech. Impart your supreme wisdom upon our activities so that our affairs may reach a successful conclusion. Thank you for being our source of guidance today. Amen.
Amen. Item 1C, Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 1D, public comments. No public comments. Item 2, minutes. Item 2A, approval of minutes for the January 13th, 2020 Agua Board meeting. Do I have a motion?
So move. Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3, discussion and possible action on change order number 9 with LNG construction for Palmview wastewater collection system phase 1, Group B&F, which is our phase 1, project 1.
Yes,
Mr.
Mr.
Sines?
President, members of the board, change order number 9 for the LNG, construction project, which is the project 1, phase 1 of the 4 phases is, as I call it, just basically a reconciliation, of all the items that, unit prices and unit quantities that LNG has performed and compared to what, S&B has estimated in the project. You should have in your package a change order
Yes, sir.
and a breakdown of how it's coming down to the amount that they're requesting, which is $116,741. And I'll let Humberto from S&B go up and explain. And we passed out what you sent us, so they have that.
Good afternoon, Mr. President, members of the board. I believe you guys have this table?
Yes, sir. It's kind of, the font's kind of small, but
Yes,
we'll work with it.
these are tables that, all the plus and minuses that for the project. Some of them, they're involved, they're represented on the change order. Some of them, they were not, they have not been, represented on the change order. And all the ones that were not on the change order, that's how they were added, and they were added or subtracted from that spreadsheet that you just saw, that's attached by the, with the change order. And, all the plus and minuses, they add up to that $116.
1,000.
Yes, and those quantities will be reflected on the as-bills, when entering into our. And, they were added and subtracted, they were added, sometimes of a utility company that, before it wasn't there, but now it was there, like in a gas line or utility line. And on the manholes, they say that, the line got red line, and we subtracted 1 or 2 manholes, it was a red line. It was, minus, but at the end, it adds up to that amount.
Okay, I don't understand anything.
Mr.
Sorry,
Sines,
I
could you
mean-
please interject here? Give
Well,
us a little bit of your feedback.
Yeah, what basically what they have here, the first few columns are basically considered what the original quantities were.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the middle of it is changing what if they've already made some changes based on previous change orders. And then, where you look at the revised cost, right after that you have an overrun or underrun. And that's where the additional quantities come in, Humberto, whether they're fewer or higher or lower, correct? So when you look at which one of these quantities here, some of them like, I think it's number line 32. It has, if you go all the way to the overrun, underrun, that's a quantity there.
56.
What's that number?
56, that's mine, 6,000.
Minus 6,000, that would be a minus, and then you, so basically, the overrun, underrun, if it's a plus,
I
that
can see
means
that there.
it's added on to the project, correct?
32, ¿verdad, hijo?
Number 32 says 56,000.
That's what I saw.
That's a negative 56,000.
Or it says
Yeah,
positive?
negative 56,000.
Yes.
And then you go to another one, which would be item 59?
Negative 2,000.
That's, no, it's
Well, let's look at
plus
38.
19,285.
Yeah, I'm looking at some there
There's two
where there
finals.
might be a plus.
That one's a plus.
There's
Yeah.
259s.
Okay, so for example,
And
item one,
62.
42-inch PVC.
There's 259.
Original was 812, and it ended up that we deducted 122.
Yes.
So that's why there's a negative 32,900, 696.
Yes, that's correct.
Go to 36. Can you use 36 as an example?
36, land
42,
Revised cost of $340,000. That's an increase?
that's too small, I can't see it.
That's an increase.
Use the paper.
Use the paper. Use
Yeah, look at the,
Okay. So
What line was that again?
36.
36.
36.
So the,
37,800.
okay. But there had been a change order for that.
Which was
previously,
change order
right?
number 6. Right, Frank?
Yes.
Mr. Garza?
36, line 36. Previous change order under column 1, 2, 3, 4. Column 9, previous change orders in quantity
180.
180. But
See,
there was no money associated with that change order, and now there's money of 340,000? Is that kinda what's happening?
No, the 140,000, that's the revised amount of the change order. Before it was 450 linear feet, right? We
Okay.
got 450 linear feet was 443,000 amount, and with change order number 6, when we had 180,000, which we added up to 630 linear feet of casing, it sums up to 340,000.
Okay, so the change order added 180 linear feet that was added to the original quantity, which was 460. So you added 180 linear feet, if the board can follow that.
Yes.
On
So,
change order.
a question the board probably has is, okay, when were those 180 feet approved by this board?
Exactly. So from 450, when additional 180 was added.
So, Humberto, do you have a change order where this board approved those 180 feet before it was installed?
Yes,
If there was one,
change order number 6.
Okay. So change order number 6 should
That little bigger? Thank you, Pep.
have that increase.
Ya
It's all right,
sabes
don't
cómo
worry
se
about
va
it.
poniendo así, ¿no?
My tablet's not working.
see right here, look at this one. The one that you really need to look at is this one.
Ándale.
The column you really have to look at if you have some worries in regards to over and under is the overrun, underrun cost.
Overrun, underrun.
Like you said, if you go all the way to item 53 and you look at the short sanitary sewer construction, you know, there was an increase of 439,000, is that correct? Or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And that is 4-inch
It's an increase.
4-inch.
When were
sanitary
those,
sewer service
in what change order were those increases approved? That's what,
The linear footage of those were on service connections, which, my understanding is that, when Ray was in the project, I know that Ray is not with us anymore, but when Ray was in the project, there was an more than 5 feet in depth on surface connection, you'll be counted as part of the pipe, or part of the 4-inch, PVC pipe.
Do you remember anything like that, Eddie?
No,
Mr. Sines?
I don't have any.
We've never seen a change order that reflects that, so,
That's why we asked for a summary to break down everything here. The summary here says it's a reconciliation, but it doesn't describe these changes.
So,
Why?
Humberto, I think what the board's gonna need before I legally recommend for them to take action is for you to provide any change order backup that has already been approved by the board to reflect additional costs.
Okay.
Because the budget for this project is the budget. I mean, I don't think there's extra money floating around.
Right, and Mr. Salinas and I were, and Mr. Garza was there too in regards to a meeting with the Water Development Board, and they were requesting a breakdown of this, which is good, but a summary on describing these
How do you
Yes.
arrive at there?
these changes. And this is telling me this is a reconciliation, but we all understand that. But it doesn't break down as to why some of these line items have 108,000 in increase here in one item, which is number 27, has that 439,000 increase in number 53, which you're telling us now, but this isn't in writing, you know, verbally is one thing.
Like a breakdown.
And then you got another one of 92 in item 62.
Yeah.
So they're still gonna have to get back to us, in other words.
Well, we're
Can-
at, you know, they have to get back to us, and if we send it up there without this information,
It's gonna get rejected.
So even if this board approves this today,
It still has to go up there.
Water Development's already told us last week's meeting that they need documentation and backup to support this.
So can we approve this just for,
I don't recommend.
What is your
approving it.
recommendation?
yeah, I'm saying to approve this and until we get that summary, continue to get the summary and then we send it up. If we're gonna get the summary, then
I'd advise against it. I think that
So-
until you have
Table.
the backup documentation as to why you may wanna add extra costs to this project, my counsel is not to approve this without the backup reflecting.
I just
why
don't wanna wait another month and prolong something like this.
Well, it could be a closeout issue, I think, if anything, so my advice is just to you need a complete packet of, complete backup. So, but if the board is free to take action with that condition as the president has suggested, subject to getting all the backup, but I'd rather this board review the backup before you vote on it, just so that you're comfortable with what extra monies you may be approving above and beyond the contract price. So.
one thing that we're going to do, excuse me, Mr. Garza, is that Mr. Santana, as you know, he's the Water Development Board Inspector. He's gonna walk through this whole project, and that has to happen probably this month.
Okay.
You know, and with that also, he also considers the quantities that go with it. He's gonna check the as-bills, and he's gonna walk it through there. So, it's also subject to his consideration at the end.
And we could have his recommendations also, that'd be good. As well.
You know, if it's subject to him as well, then maybe we could do that, but it's up to, you know, Mr. Garza's opinions is that he doesn't feel comfortable with it, and we heard it, you know, that they weren't gonna consider it.
The Water Development Board will not process, basically what we have right now in front of you, this is not sufficient for the Water Development Board.
I understand
We
that.
were told that last Thursday. So, for that reason, I'm sharing with y'all that y'all should also require more documentation to make a more informed decision, because that's what you're gonna send to Austin, and they are gonna expect that as well.
Okay, so then we should table this item.
Yes,
That's your recommendation from your
Yes.
legal.
yes.
Can someone make a motion for
I
that?
make a motion to table item number 3.
We'd like to also include to direct SMB to give us a more detailed summary.
I make a motion to table item number 3 and ask SMB to bring more paperwork or more breakdown of each item, why,
Summary.
a summary of everything.
I have a motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3 will be tabled for our next meeting. Item number 4, discussion and possible action on change order number 16 with more will for Palmview wastewater collection system phase 1, main lift station, and force main conveyance system, which is our project number 4, phase 4. Mr. Sines?
Mr. President, members of the board, on this, change order, I have to say that, they, use the same, same thing as, having this, change order. So, that was, this change order was given to me on Wednesday, and now, requested the change order by Monday. So I had only 2 days to review it, and, I think on this one, I need to get, some backup information from the contractor. But, once I get all that information, I'll submit to Agua for the review and approval.
I went over this last week. I understand what's in here, but number 4 on delay due to easement of 36-inch line, what is NEB?
Then, you only talk, in fact, well, that's, mobilization.
Oh, okay.
I was pretty sure that you guys were going to ask that question.
Okay, no, I just, so it's mobilization.
Yes.
So that mobilization is different than the first one and the third one?
Yes, I need to get some documentation from the contractor,
Same thing.
review this, this invoice from the contractor and, get some, backup documentation and submit it to Agua.
Just bring in the same thing, the summary, just like, item number 3, and we'll take care of,
Okay, motion to table item 4.
and the summary.
And provide summary.
To provide the summary.
Oh, and to provide summary of, reference to item 4.
Second.
There's a motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, sir. Item number 5, discussion and possible action authorizing general manager to advertise the yard line connections for the Palmview sewer project. These are house connections.
Yes, Mr. President, members of the board, we're at a point, as you know, that we're finalizing all these phases, which are 4 phases, for the Palmview Sewer Project funded by Water Development Board. Now, with those projects almost being ready to be completed within the next 30 days, and we have Mr. Salinas from N2 Engineering already finalizing the plans for the yard line connections, and this is funded by NatBank. We're looking at advertising this month and taking bids in April, and probably have a contractor in May. And
Okay.
this would be advertising only for the LNG side.
Yes, sir.
If we have any more questions, Mr. Salinas is here to ask, and he can also bring it up during his report under
On
NatBank.
NetBank.
So we're asking approval to advertise.
Any more questions, guys? Is not,
Question?
No questions.
I have a motion.
So move.
Second.
There's a motion and a second on the table. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries. Item number 6, discussion and possible action to approve the interlocal agreement with City of Mission regarding sewer connections for DM Commercial Park subdivision.
Yes,
Mr.
Mr.
Sines.
President, members of the board, this is an interlocal that we've been working with the city of Mission to allow a connection to their sewer system. This project, DM Commercial, is in our CCN. We provide them water and sewer, and we do have water there. The sewer is not available yet, but will be in the near future. So we have a temporary interlocal agreement to allow their sewer to be tied into Mission sewer line until we're ready to have them connect to ours. And this has gone through legal.
And the agreement, we've negotiated the language, and this is the final version. It's beneficial, in my opinion, to Agua's rights to reclaim or have the city be removed once Agua can service sewer to that location. So Agua's not losing on anything other than the property owner will be able to have some sewer at the present time through the help, through.
So right now, they just have water there, right, Mr. Sines?
Right, we just have water there in front of them. Sewer is nearby, but not as close as we want it to be. So So we could easily make plans as growth goes to be able to extend over there.
Okay.
Motion.
Second.
There's a motion, a second on the table. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item number 7, discussion and possible action authorizing general manager to advertise for the Peñitas elevated storage tank rehabilitation improvements.
Yes, Mr. President, members of the board, you all familiar with the storage tank there on US 83 between Penitas and La Jolla?
Yes, sir.
It's been inoperable and for several years, and over the past year, we've been going and getting assessments and trying to figure out how we can get it back up and running, because it is an asset and it just needs some rehabilitation and some improvements. Mr. Salinas has completed the plans to get it up and running again. I think the budget is at 400,000. We have money in our account off of the 5 million that we borrowed. Some of the projects came in under budget, so we were able to use that money and take advantage of it. It was next on the list. This way it will bring added pressure into the area as well. So we feel that it's a project, we need to just put it back on board. We have called the school district to see if they want to consider putting their logo on it.
Does it include the painting of it?
It includes the painting of it.
That's what I was gonna ask, if we had gotten anything back from the school
We
district.
haven't heard from them yet, sir. We like to incorporate it, that it's got normal painting right now. We could have our Agua logo.
I mean, at the end of the day, if they don't come back with anything, we'll
Right.
put our logo on it.
So we'll give them another call, but in the meantime, we're gonna move on, making sure, because we've gotta get that tower going again and bring pressure into the area, and relieve some, Havana from a lot of pressure that we get into the system. So we're asking, authority to, advertise, and it kinda has the same schedule, right, Mr. Salinas?
Yes.
We would advertise this month, take action in, well, take bids in April, probably take action the first meeting in May to award a contract.
How long has this elevated storage tank been out of service? Milo? I mean, I know you.
That I know of, at least for sure 2 years.
No, probably five to six,
Oh,
at least.
okay.
And we made
Been a
an
while.
assessment, there's some areas they just need to get repainted, and some areas where we need to pat some holes, but that's it.
Sandblast, digging the main tank and do all that stuff.
Completely rehabilitated.
Overhauled.
Mhm.
All right.
One of the items that, that TCEQ had also mentioned that, we need to put it back in service.
So the $400,000 that we would take, a new tower probably costs 1.5.
Okay.
2 million.
Everyone good?
Second.
How much is a new tower?
About 1.5 million.
That's the new ones, the new concrete ones that are coming out?
Well, no, those are more.
Just a
Those
new
are
tank.
bigger. This
like-
is
I
not
like
as
those.
big. Yeah.
Yeah, those concrete, the one here on La Homa, right? The Sherryland one? Yeah. There's a motion, a second on the table. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries.
Just an FYI, they're all different sizes, 200,000 and 500,000. So that's why it depends on the size.
Yeah, the one in La Homa is nice. Item number 8, discussion and possible action on authorizing general manager to advertise for competitive bids on the purchase of water treatment chemicals to include liquid aluminum sulfate blend and liquid ammonium sulfate.
Yes, we received bids 2 years ago on this contract, and the person that was awarded the contract, or the company, had a 1-year extension if we wanted to give it to them. But when we offered it and said, do you want to continue it, they asked for the price, an increase. And so we felt that if we're going to go with a price increase that is not in our contract to go to that amount, that we'll utilize them on a month-to-month basis until we advertise and get quotes and see how these quotes are coming in.
Okay.
So we just asked, just go ahead and allow us to advertise.
Anything else, guys? Any questions? Entertain a motion.
So move.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries. Item number 9, General Manager's Report. Item 9A, Texas Water Development Board, Palmview Sanitary Sewer Improvements. Mr. Sines?
Yes, on this one, as you know, we're closing in on finalizing this project. All of them in their nineties as far as percentage complete. The phase 1, phase 3, and phase 4 are probably at around 97, 98%. Obviously, phase 2, which is the one that OG had, is probably in the low 90s, 90, 91, and obviously that's one that we'll discuss in executive session.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, we're going through final closeout and walkthroughs and inspections, reconciliations. So we're seeing the light is getting bigger at the end of the tunnel, but hopefully we can get a couple of these projects complete this month, and we feel that the lift stations and the main lift station and fourth main will be done this month. The LNG one, a majority of it will be done this month, but we're gonna get into their second phase. Part of it probably finish in April, which is the area outside of the first lift station. We're focusing on the first lift station because that means it can be operational and we can utilize that lift station to accept sewer already from some of the subdivisions that are coming
Yes, sir.
in the area and even schools.
On the last couple of days, I've been getting calls, and it's the same ones about manhole cover that never got fixed on Green Road and Royola.
Green Road and Royola.
And I believe
is
that's
an
LNG.
Yeah, that's an LNG.
Humberto?
Yes, we had gone with a contractor on that. He said that they're going to address, and we'll give a call to a contractor tomorrow so that they can address it tomorrow same day.
Can you start bringing you used to bring a packet of the pictures and the progress. It's been a while since you've done that. Can you start doing that for our next board meeting?
Eddie, what about the other one that on Brief Over is sank in the manhole?
Yes, that was given to them. I don't know if they've addressed it yet. There was one.
One on Brief Over, right once you enter, going north, south,
On
frontage?
on north side or
south
South side.
South side frontage. So it's like there's no casing on it, so it's sank.
I
It's
think
like
that,
this.
I think that's OG. That's what's constructed.
Oh, that is an OG project.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, what we'll do though, we'll go see it and see whether we need to do some minor maintenance on there before the surety gets back on.
I haven't passed by. Subway's still the same. We're still in the same situation with Subway, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hopefully that should be taken care of soon.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Not on that one, sir.
Anything else?
And are we doing any walkthroughs as far as homeowners, any replacement of damaged
They're in
Driveways.
the LNG side. They're currently doing that right now. They're fixing driveways and repairing mailboxes if they had to relocate them, sidewalks, curbs. But the walkthrough with Mr. Santana that would start with the Water Development Board, us and SMB, that would start this month. We're actually having to walk the whole thing. We may even get a golf cart, but we have to go over every line right alongside of it and check anything that's going through there. And anything alongside it which is incidental to that, like a damaged fence, mailbox, curb and gutter, driveway, that isn't back to its original condition will be reported.
Okay. Algo más? Anything else? Item 9B, NatBank Technical Assistance Agreement, the sewer hookups. Mr. Salinas?
So as Mr. Science was mentioning, we got the approval to advertise for you guys, but we still need the approval from NatBank to advertise. We do meet with them on this Friday,